Most billionaires buy mansions, yachts, and private islands. But this royal, he tried to buy something far more ambitious, an entire country. And he wanted to pay for it in Bitcoin. Not a villa, not a citizenship, a flag, a constitution, a seat at the UN. This is the true story of a Gulf prince who nearly turned digital wealth into geopolitical power by attempting the boldest crypto purchase of all time. A nation. Welcome to Desert Billionaires. Today, we dive into the secret, surreal tale of the royal who tried to buy a country with Bitcoin. Our story begins not in the Gulf, but in the South Pacific, a collection of micronations, some barely larger than a golf course. Many desperate for economic lifelines became the unlikely target of a crypto-savvy Gulf royal whose identity remains shrouded in NDAS, shell companies, and diplomatic ambiguity. This prince didn't want to rule someone else's land. He wanted to create a new kind of sovereignty, a techno-state, a crypto haven, a sandbox for next-generation finance, powered entirely by blockchain, AI, and private armies. According to leaked documents and insider emails, the plan was nothing short of radical. Purchase or lease a struggling island nation or autonomous region, willing to sell long-term governance rights in exchange for economic investment. Inject $500 million plus in Bitcoin through an offshore holding vehicle to modernize infrastructure ports, airports, digital banks, and smart borders. Launch a new legal system optimized for Web3, where taxes are automated, laws are written by smart contracts, and citizenship is tokenized. Build a digital passport system tied to biometric NFTs, allowing citizens to own their identity on-chain. Apply for observer status at the United Nations as a post-national crypto micronation. In 2021, one island nation in Oceania, name withheld due to legal threats, entered advanced talks with the royal's advisors. The country had a population under 100,000, a collapsing economy, post-COVID rising sea levels threatening its sovereignty, and desperate interest in any capital influx. The prince offered $350 million upfront in crypto assets, a sovereign wealth fund backed by tokenized gold, a 99-year lease over a region of coastline, and a seat on the royal's advisory council to preserve native heritage. In exchange, he wanted control of immigration, taxation, customs, and foreign policy within the zone, a neutral flag and custom anthem, and the right to issue digital passports tied to Ethereum smart contracts. At first, talks progressed fast. Delegates were flown to Dubai, hosted in penthouse suites, shown live demos of blockchain governance platforms. But when news of the deal leaked to global press outlets, the backlash was immediate. International watchdogs called it digital colonialism. Critics warned of a sovereign black hole where illicit finance could thrive unchecked, and Western powers privately pressured the island's government to back out. Eventually, the island rescinded all talks, citing concerns over sovereignty and global stability. But the damage and the inspiration was done. Since the collapse of the deal, the royal's digital footprint has gone dark. His crypto wallets were moved through a daisy chain of privacy coins, and the holding companies dissolved. But whispers persist. Some say he's pivoted to buying influence in African mineral states, using tokenized royalties as leverage. Others claim he's funding a network of special economic zones through Gulf-backed sovereign wealth funds. A leaked Telegram message from one of his advisors said it best: "Why rent power from legacy governments when you can mint your own?" This isn't just a one-off story. Gulf royals have increasingly turned their attention to strategic land buys legal arbitrage zones, digital identity platforms, and non-traditional assets like rare earths, artificial islands, and yes, entire micronations. And in a world where traditional empires are weakening, a billionaire with crypto, a private army, and diplomatic immunity might just be more powerful than a president. This prince may have failed to buy a country, but he proved one thing. In the 21st century, money alone doesn't buy power, but decentralized wealth, untraceable tech, and geopolitical desperation, that might be the winning ticket. This is Desert Billionaires. Hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories of power, wealth, and influence. See you in the next episode.